Alrighty folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugga and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're continuing our run today. We had a little bit of a problem with the extra long trailer and the train to Europe, to Great Britain. Damaged up our truck a little bit. The trailer took a small amount of damage, but we're going to let it ride because I don't think there's a way to avoid that. Then we'll be able to pick up a load and head back. Hopefully, when next you see this truck, I'll have a new skin for it. I believe I've already downloaded it. It's just been a matter of getting to where I need to get it and unloading it, or uploading it rather, to the game. I don't know how easy this is going to be to pull out of, but I'll try. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. So I'm choosing now to record. I was going to wait a little bit longer because my wife is not here. And I speak a little bit more freely. Not that I think I have a whole lot more to say differently, if I'm to be honest. But there are things I want to talk about, things I am not particularly proud of, if I'm to be honest. And well, now's the opportunity. Number one, first and foremost, and this is going to be a short video, and I apologize for that. As pertaining to my current situation that you all know about if you've watched my latest vlog, I am in a fairly better place, as I mentioned before. I still have some sensitivity to some things. Today my wife jokingly, in a time when I was able to get into the kitchen and I was actually cooking my own meal because somebody... Oh! Right. Wrong country. That's alright. We'll make it work. She jokingly said, "Oh, and you can wash the pot too." Meaning a pot that we had in our room that we had brought in to get our meals from, rather than leave it in the kitchen where my wife would have to go get it if I wanted more what was cooked. And it actually stung me a little bit because, you know, to me it was, sorry, it was just me being told what to do, you know, rather than, you know, would you mind washing the pot? It was more like, you know, wash the pot. And that actually smarted a little bit. Although I shrugged it off in the end. And I talked to her about it. I let her know. I didn't keep it pinned in. It's not something I really want to do anymore because that's kind of a lot of our problems between me and my wife, is we don't talk about things when they go wrong or when we get hurt and we get angry at each other. And that's not good for a relationship in any way, shape, or form. So, trying to work on that more. I mean, I felt a little foolish in the long run. Please don't hook up on me. You're hooking up on me. Stop. I'm over as far as I can go, damn it. Maybe it's because I'm over too far. Well, the trailer's there, but I think maybe I was over a bit too far. Oh, this is not going to be a fun corner. Especially if something's coming the other way. shit, I need a place to rest. Speaking of something coming the other way. But he stopped pretty far back. Awesome. Still came close. I hope I didn't pass a place to rest already. Hopefully there's one not too far or I'm in trouble. But yeah, anyways, that happened when she said that, and it hurt me a little bit. The anger and frustration I feel doesn't so much come from the situation I'm in. I've actually been in a lot worse situations. I've been homeless before. You know, I was in a shelter for a little while, and I had to scrape myself up off of the ground and build myself back up over the course of 2 years. A story maybe I'll tell you sometime if you're interested. It literally involves a nervous breakdown, believe it or not. But I don't know, maybe that's too personal for you guys. Maybe that's not something you want to hear. But I'm willing to talk about it. It's something that happened a long time ago. Man, this corner sucks. Hey. Don't roll back on me. Yeah, I kind of figured I was going to hit that sign. Oh god, please. Come on, drag it. Drag it. There we go. Okay. I need a place to rest real soon. At least I don't have to sharp corner around to get on the highway here. It's easier to get on the highway in this direction. But anyways, yeah, I'd be willing to talk about that. It's not a big deal to me anymore. I'm actually kind of proud of it in the long run. But a lot of the anger and frustration that I feel comes from the situation my wife's been put into. She should not have to be my caretaker because somebody wants to be angry over something that happened. That's not fair. Now, I know that there may be more piled on into the background of that, but I'm not the worst person here. I'm really not. Right? They keep citing, and I don't know if I talked about this before, they keep citing my mental issues. I am mildly bipolar, and I have panic attacks, courtesy of my mother's side of the family. And I try to be open about that so people know what to expect. And, well, being open about it's not always the best policy, apparently, because it's cited against me a lot. You know, I heard my wife's sister always talks about, we feel threatened. Really? Threatened? Okay. The only person here to physically attack anyone, okay, the only person in this house to ever physically attack anybody else, really, is not me. It is my wife's sister's husband, my married-in brother-in-law. He actually physically attacked, or at least tried to attack me, and he ended up physically hitting my wife. My wife was in between me and him, and he went to hit me and ended up hitting her, which sent me off the edge, obviously, and I went after him. I didn't initiate that. I didn't start that. That was all him. I did what I usually do in situations like that. I stand there and I stare and I just take it, because that's what I'm used to doing. I stand ready to defend myself. In short, 60. Good God. Well, actually, I think that's 60 miles per hour because I'm in England, but I can only go 60 kilometers because I don't know it. 60 miles an hour converts to. I really should learn. The only person to physically damage property around here until I put that dent in the door was my wife's brother. My actual brother-in-law. When he put the holes in the door. And he dented a rice pot that I had bought a couple years back. My wife and my sister, my sister-in-law, her sister, got into a fight one time. Physical fight. And yet, they feel threatened by me. I never hit anybody until my wife was hit. I never punched holes in doors. The supposed hole I punched in the door was already there. I punched through the tape that I had put over the hole so I could reach the lock on the inside of the door. Because I had been locked out of the room. So I figured, well, the hole's already there. I'll just punch through the tape, unlock the door, and go in. The only thing I've done all the time that I've lived here is put a dent in the door. And I was wrong for it. I've admitted that I was wrong for it. And I would apologize for it if I thought it would matter. I really would. I'd apologize for it all. I don't have the pride to go, you know what, I don't feel like I was wrong. I mean, I was wrong for what I did, but I wasn't wrong for everything I'm being blamed for. I don't have the pride for that. I'd do it for my wife. I'd go out there right now, get on my knees, touch my face to the floor, and ask for forgiveness and to please be allowed to at least cook my own meals and take care of the other dog, which I'm actually still doing. I just shifted the time frame. But I don't think it will matter, and even my wife agrees and tells me, don't bother, don't do it. It's not going to matter. That's what she told me. And that's where my anger comes from, that my wife is in this situation, and she has no deserving to be. My mother-in-law, my wife's mother, is angry that my wife isn't doing what she believes that she needs to do to get healthy. My mother-in-law believes that my wife should be doing green shakes and fruit shakes every day, and should be only eating this and not eating that, and da-da-da-da-da. And because my wife's not doing that, she's completely pissed off with her, has stayed completely pissed off with her since this all started back in November, and is just constantly trying to put distance between them. And it's like, you know something, yeah? She may not be doing everything you think, but that's because she doesn't have to. My wife's sugar isn't as low as I'd like to see it, but it's under where it has to be. My wife's foot is healing and looks good. She's going to be off her machine very shortly, most likely. Which I'm kind of actually regretting, because that means that I'll have a little less time per day to relax. Well, things like summer vacation are coming up, which means my mother-in-law won't be going to pick up my niece from school in the afternoon, which means there'll be 5 days where I'll only be able to go to shower. I won't be able to cook my own meal, and that's a 3-month time period where that's going to happen. And that's really, really, really difficult. Yeah, whatever. And I just feel really bad for my wife. And yes, a lot of stuff being said about me is unfair, but it's not that I would care. I would accept it all. I'd take all the blame and I'd apologize for it if it meant that My wife didn't have to do what she's doing. It's not right. And because of that, I've become a little vindictive. Quietly so. And I'm going to talk a little bit quieter about this. Because God knows who's listening at the door at this point. I don't think they'd actually do that, but nothing's impossible. So, I've taken to doing little things when my mother-in-law's not here. Things that I know she only uses, she only touches. Like the couch that she sits and sleeps on. She would go nuts if she knew I sat on it at all. So I have. I've also spit on it. I've wiped sweat on it. Nothing major, but things I know that if she knew, she'd flip the fuck out about. And I'm honestly looking for more little things I can do. And I know it's wrong, but I can't help it sometimes. I just get so mad and I get taken in the moment. I do something I know I shouldn't. But honestly, if you're gonna treat my wife this way, and you're gonna be like you are right now, I'm going to take my revenge where I can. As wrong as it may be, it's wrong as it may be. So, I'm gonna try and make today the last day that I talk about this situation. Something really big happens. You know? I'd rather talk about nicer stuff, better stuff, stuff that's fun, or at least different. I don't want to mull over this constantly. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So, anyways, the good news is the refrigerator that we were given works beautifully. Everything in the freezer is like frozen solid, perfectly frozen solid. It's unbelievable. The refrigerator, even setting it where on the recommended setting, is so cold. I actually had to turn it down. No joke. Ooh, way too fast, dude. Way too fast. Too slow, but rather go too slow than too fast. So that's really good news. It's working wonderfully. And a side benefit of it that is good, even though I kind of wish wasn't, for obvious reasons, is that it's smaller, it's in better shape, and it's newer, which means less electricity used. You know, I'm inclined to believe what somebody was telling me before about the old fridge is that it may have actually developed a Freon leak. As old and as rusted as it was, it wouldn't surprise me. Oh, that's a quarter. As old and as rusted as it was when I first got it, it wouldn't surprise me. But it lasted quite a few years. And I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in the coolant line somewhere, it developed a Freon leak, and it's just been slowly leaking, and it's gotten to the point where it really doesn't work anymore. Because some stuff in the freezer froze, some stuff just got really cold and was like really, really, really slowly freezing. So I just kind of like feel like that's what happened. Oh, I forget who told me that. So the old refrigerator, man, I really gotta stop doing that. But you know, in England, man, I'm pretty sure all the signs here are actually set in mph, which, well, my speedometer is kilometers only. It's not like some speedometers were, you know, cars that ship around the world have miles per hour and then have the kilometers, you know, secondary or whatever. But anyways, the old refrigerator is currently sitting outside on the side of the porch where it's mostly out of view. The county is supposed to give me a call at some point, and I'm praying not too long before, because if it sits too long, we're going to get bothered, and we're going to get blamed that, oh, you guys never actually called, you guys got to do something. And it's like, no, I called the county solid waste management department, the one that's supposed to handle the area that we are, known as Upcountry. Their phone is down, although they are still in service. So I had to call the downtown office, leave a message with them. The message was going to get forwarded. Whoa. Oh, that was my fault. I knew I had to done something. Trailer. That's how you can tell I'm getting into talking too much and not paying attention. So yeah, that happened. I left a message and it's supposed to get forwarded to the Upcountry office, and they were supposed to call me, although if their phones are down, I don't know how, to let me know when they're coming to pick up the refrigerator. That is all I know. Sorry, car. It's a oversized trailer. What can I do? Big pause there to try and help the frame rate a little bit. I really actually have the means to get another video card right now. I'm just waiting. I'm probably going to... Wow, my frame rate's gotten horrible. So hopefully another video card will help. I'm really hoping. At this point, fuck, I really need to be inside the truck. It's horrible, I don't know why. Some days it's not. Some days it's not horrible, you know? And it really gets annoying when it does get horrible. Actually, fuck, I need to be in the other lane. That sucks. Dude, really? As I just block everything off. Why not? Actually, this won't be too bad. It's a big intersection. But if I do get 2 video cards upgrade, hopefully it'll help with this issue in a big way. Oh yeah, plus I gotta go to the other side of the road. So that's helpful too. Sorry guys, big trailer. The rain really just does not help. I'm tempted to turn the rain off completely. But if I can get another video card, you know, or SLI these, hopefully that'll fix a lot of the issue. Come on, dude. Oh, this will be fun. I have to do this outside the truck. You better have stopped. I heard you coming. Lord. If I can just get past the gate, then I can pull it straight, pull it in. Okay. Now, sadly, I need to get in the truck. Oops. Take a good look, because we'll probably be hauling something from here. Wow, this is gonna suck to back in. Oh boy. God, this thing's long. Oh, oversteer, oversteer. I can barely see the back end point. Looks like it's at an angle too. Isn't that fun? Oh, oh, no, no, I need to angle more. That's not going to do it. Oh, it is. There's a sweet spot. It's going to give it to me. I'll take it. %2 damage. It's alright. Alright. And the garage is not far from here. Plus we can pass a question mark, which is most likely a recruitment agency. That's what I was going to try and say. That's a truck dealer. Really? Man. Must be a small truck dealer. For a second there, I thought it was a repair facility, because I saw the green box, and I thought, ooh, garage, you know, because it's a dealer. But no. Kind of surprised I did that right. I love the stop sign way across on the other side of the road. Alright, let's get our truck fixed. Service. Ref. You know, I've almost got enough. I think 1 or 2 more big runs, and I'm gonna get a man truck. And I'm gonna switch to that totally. I'm gonna totally switch to the man truck. And it'll be the end of our Volvo service. It's still raining. Well, what do I expect? It's Great Britain. Job market. What do we have in our job market? We are here. 14-ton spare parts. Caterpillar, 15 tons. That goes somewhere we haven't been, I think. No. Logs at 17 tons. Bulldozer, big log. Just one big log. Don't ask me why I find that funny. I just do. Honestly, I wouldn't mind hauling the logs trailer. But at 45,000 versus 70, And this, God, that would be fun to haul right there, wouldn't it? This goes here. Have we been there is the question. No, we have not been to Gabe's. So back to Africa from England to Gabe's is where we'll be headed. Yeah, interesting. It goes and then goes across here. Like there's no way from here to here, you know? I find that really strange. But I'll set the DPS destination. And like I said, I'll call it here. Hopefully I'll have a new skin that works if I remember tomorrow. Like I said, I believe I've already downloaded. Um, and then one, maybe two more runs. Most likely just one. I'm going to buy a fully upgraded man truck, put all the stuff that I want on it, and then that's going to be our new truck. I wanted to go with, man. I kind of thought about going back to Scania because you can get good Scania sounds too. And it's not out of the question yet getting a Scania R. But I just like the thought of a man truck because I've done Scania, I've done Volvo. I'd like to do man now. So anyways, folks, that's going to be me done for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. If you are interested in any way, shape, or form about hearing about that really hard time of my life where I actually did suffer a mental breakdown and I ended up homeless for a little while because of it, um, you're free to leave a comment in the section below. Uh, Otherwise, you can leave whatever other comment, but don't forget to like and, subscribe. That would really be helpful, really great to me. Uh, until next time, though, this is going to be One Big Bug, and I'm going to be signing out, and I'll see you then.